Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching.
Stupid is being nice.
Here we go, everybody. This is what it's going to sound like. Yep, and there you go. There you have it. Yeah, I was on Court TV earlier at 5 o'clock, maybe an hour and 2 hours ago. Or actually, it was on there like at 5:30 or so. Oh, you can't hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, shit. You can't hear anything? Yeah. Oh, weird. How about now? Can you hear me now at all? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Just let me. Yeah, I know. You guys can type it in 100 times. Can you hear me now? Okay. I don't know what happened there. Somehow the audio, every time you use StreamYard, it just sort of automatically takes over your speaker. But anyways, I played the our classic thing because I was on Court TV, so you'll hear people in the comment section when they put the video out of my segment, you'll see people bitching in the comments. I can't believe you had Gray on your show, Vinny. And they'll get really upset. Yeah, you can go over and read them and laugh when you see it. Yeah, I don't think I was. I think I was loud and clear after I got the audio working. I think the here, let's see. Let me play that again. I think it was so low that you couldn't hear it. That's the problem. It looked like it was like 8. Could you hear it at all, or? Yeah, let's try it again. You can hear that, right? All right, so you can. What do you mean you can't hear that? How could you not hear that? Yeah. That's odd. That's odd. Yeah, that's strange. I don't know. But what was the answer the last time it did that? I can see it over there, though. How come I can see the audio moving when that was playing over here? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's good there. Yeah, what was? There's always an answer. I never configure. Oh, maybe I have echo cancellation on. Hold on. Audio. Ah, there it is. There it is. and that's why it's affecting the sound settings to now, because it's already at 54%. So now it's 90%, and then we'll try it again. We'll try it again. Okay. Even though you guys are getting sick of it, you probably heard that 1,000 times. Let's see. I think I fixed it. Let's see. You guys see that? I'm sure when I was on Court TV, do you guys see that? I'm sure they'll get the obligatory, "I can't believe you had Gray on your show, Vinny. I'm never watching again." Okay, you can hear it now. All right, excellent. Cool. All right. Well, this is another show, everybody. We can see we're at 0.0000000 all the way across the board. So we got to start the show off a little better than this. All right. So if you have the ability while we're doing the show to help support the channel, nobody's required to do anything, but that's what the channel relies on. The video I put out today barely got viewed at all. It got like 2,700 views, and yet I was still on Court TV talking about it. Because I made the video because I was going to be on there, and they needed some clips to be able to work with, so I went on there. So again, the show relies on the people watching to help us get to the goals. My channel, survives on the income generated by ad revenue, which there's none on live streams. There'll be almost none on the video that I made today. And so we have to rely on the super chats and channel memberships and things that people donate during the show to survive as a channel. And yet, even then, I still go out at the end of each month and we donate thousands of dollars out of the income. Last year we did $46,000, and we make a difference. So if you can please help support the channel, I would be appreciative. Thank you. Hope it's not one of those times where I say that and it just goes wah, wah, wah. We get that a lot. All right, let's see. Hey, look at that. There's Cinnamon Sin Freak. Thank you. Yeah, good for you, Lori. Yeah. I mean, there are people that watch the video. It just never makes it out to the greater number of people, is what I'm trying to say. It's crazy. When it was being premiered, there was 60 people watching, and then the video, and it's sort of crept along, but it's just, I think I would have done great if it made it into the algorithm. I got like 40 subs from a 2,700 view video, which is nuts. That's crazy. Yeah. Anyways, thanks, Cinnamon Sin Freak. And Y Page, thank you. All right, anyways, you guys probably saw the ICE shooting in Minnesota. Yeah, that's one of those ones that's hard to, look at. I mean, the thing is the officer, the ICE shooter, in the shooting, the officer was in front of the car. There was one in front, one was trying to open the door, because this idiot was blocking the road, creating havoc for ICE officers the entire day. And then she blocked the road, and then there was an officer in front of the vehicle, and she gunned it to try to go around. And then the officer in front, who was hit, you see it in another video, he sort of has to roll off the front of it, and he shoots her through the window and kills her. And how many times on the show have I said to people, when you resist law enforcement, you try to escape or you try to battle them, your odds of something really bad happening go up tremendously. All right? I mean, it's just, you feel bad for somebody getting killed or whatever, but what in the hell are you guys doing? It's just stupid. Same crap, same cities every time. The mayor of Minneapolis should be removed. He is just a pile of crap. The governor of Minnesota is a piece of shit himself, Tim Walz. They are just disgusting people, and I don't know what the hell's going on. Every single time. They're the ones that gin up I'll tell you, here's the truth. The fault of the shooting is Tim Walz and the mayor of Minneapolis, because they're the ones that gin up people to resist and fight the ICE agents. Okay? They're the ones that do that. So it's their fault. The problem is they always go, oh, look at that. It's come on, you guys. All these people came in from, what's going on right now is there's this huge fraud scam that happened. And no, it's not all Somalians, whatever, but there's a huge contingent of them. And ICE is going in and they're removing the individuals that, perhaps participated in that. But then you're also just kind of wondering, like, where did all the billions go? You sent it back to somewhere. And it's just a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. But when you watch it, you go, okay, well, the officer could have just rolled off and not shot. You didn't have to shoot or whatever. But they're not. That's not how they're trained. I mean, this car gunned it at him, and that's what happened. And there's other videos out there. I've seen other angles where the officer does actually get hit by the car in the front. Right. No, well, that's the mayor of Minneapolis is. My God, that guy is ridiculous. I don't know if you guys heard what he was saying. It's unbelievable what he was saying. He's basically telling people to, he's like, F ICE and all this stuff. I mean, he's sick. Oh, man. Yeah, it would have been crazy. They would have covered all that up and everything. Yeah, but anyways, if you guys could please help support the channel, we've kind of already stalled off here. We got to keep moving, or we won't get the goal at the end of the show. All right? Right now we are 1/40th of reaching the goal. But Gray, I'm never watching again. Okay, cool. Did somebody ask you that, Cindy? I mean, good for you, though. All right. Get your little sidekick in here and be she can be a troll again. Let's see. Yeah, you think now Tim Walz is like, given the circumstances, I'm going to still run for president. Hey, thanks Stephen Connerly for gifting a membership to Brown Eyes. Well, I'm glad, Cindy, that your back's feeling better. Does it feel better now? Like can you move around? And can't imagine that being good. I'm sure it takes a while to feel better. And can you move everything the same? They didn't screw you over, hopefully. When I had my neck surgery, they strapped me down so hard that the strapping down actually screwed up my nerves in my shoulder and arm. I couldn't use my tricep for a while. It was pretty weird. Let's see. I did find on Twitter. Let's see. I'm not sure what you can play or whatever, but I mean, this is the girl that lady got shot. You know what's weird is that guy looks just like the dentist, doesn't he? I mean, that's crazy. He looks exactly like Spencer. Let's see. You can't, there's nothing, you can't see anything, really. Let's see, maybe go up here. Is that a video, or?
The usually charming newsman was visibly flustered.
Yeah, see, in this one here, you can actually see him get hit by the car. And then after she was shot, her car rolled forward. There's the one bullet that went through. and then it rolled forward. I think it's this one here, though. Right here, is this the one? It was on X. They had like a... See, this person's blocking the road. And they're like, hey, get out of here.
No!
And look at this, an officer in front.
Shame! Oh my fucking...
Yeah, shame. You know, say shame on the person in the car who drove it and tried to get away and drove it towards the police officer. That's where the shame should be.
What the fuck?
See, then the car rammed over there because she was shot.
Fucking, what the fuck did you do? You are fucking criminals!
No, you are. You see, that's the thing, is that they don't seem to get it. Like, they're actually interfering with what ICE is doing, putting your car on the road. They told you to get out of your car. You didn't get out of your car. Not only that, you stayed in your car and you tried to escape, and then you ran into an officer there. You know, it seems like, okay, man, you know, like, it makes you, when you look at it, it's like, okay, the officer could have just let her drive by. But I don't think you're really taught that way, you know? So, I don't know. I don't really want to spend a lot of time on it. There's a whole bunch of different angles. So you can see the officer from one angle get hit. All right. I mean, what in the hell are these people doing? If an officer tells you to get out of your car, you get the hell out of your car, and that's what you do. You don't hit the gas and try to get away. That's when bad things happen. Every time, almost. Hey, there we go. We got Matt, or let's see, Matthew Dooley.
Start some donations. Love your channel, great.
Hey, thank you.
Break things down like you can. Keep doing what you do.
Hey, thanks. I'm trying to. It's just been more of a struggle lately, but you know, this month has gone pretty smoothly. You know, it's just sort of like every night I have to be like, hey.
Wife, another paid agitator.
Ah, yeah, the one that's screaming. It's crazy. Governor Walz Walz and the mayor are responsible for this shooting. They encouraged and allow their citizens to do this stuff. It's not like they're not out there peacefully protesting, standing on a corner with signs saying, hey, go away. They're actually trying to block the streets of ICE officers doing their job. Does that seem reasonable to anybody? It's crazy. Now, you know, I don't know. We hear stuff like, you know, we're going to denaturalize people that are citizens. I don't know if that's, you know, something that's constitutional or something that you can do at some point. I'm for getting rid of people that are illegal aliens that have committed crimes. That's what I want to get rid of first. You know, that would be my first priority. And then I'm not really sure. Then I think, you know, it's kind of weird what you do. What do you do with the ones that have been here for 15 years, worked hard? You know, worked hard, have a family, they're part of the community and stuff, and then we just go, oh, you're out of here. You know, I know they broke in originally, but they're not like a criminal or something. I don't feel the same about those people. You know, so I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of letting all those people stream into the country during the Biden years was a absolute catastrophe of likes that we haven't seen the ramifications fully manifest themselves yet. Okay, you watch. Terrorists came over that border. All kinds of really bad actors came in, and we don't know what the hell's coming. And I hope to God, you know, our FBI, CIA, probably the FBI is out there. Determining. They stopped something on New Year's from, I guess they were in California. They were going to go, I think they were going to go to New York and do a terrorist attack, but they caught him beforehand. And, you know, two different sets of people. But anyways, didn't you guys hear what Matt said up there? Come on, you guys. We need to get the support going here. We're really struggling. Get some, gift some memberships to people. Something. There's a whole generation out there. It has not been told, like my dad told me, son, respect. I know. They don't respect police at all. You know, sometimes I've had police officers, like I'm pro law enforcement, but I've had a couple pull me over for here and there that they just seem like assholes, you know. But that's just kind of like the real world. I mean, you go to a bar, there might be 9 nice people there, and then 2 are assholes. You know, it's just, it is what it is. But I can tell you this: if you try to escape from an officer or attack them or try to run towards them with your vehicle, it's not going to end up well for you. And I've said this. Remember that one time? Remember that case about, I don't know, it seems like a year and a half ago, where the female officer grabbed the taser. She thought she was grabbing her taser, but actually pulled out her gun and shot the guy. And you could tell it was absolutely an accident. Like, that's not what she meant to do. And it was a black person, right? So, of course, the media makes it a much bigger story. Can you imagine today's case if that was a black person that got shot? Oh, boy. It would have ramped up another tenfold. But in that case, they had pulled over the guy. They were putting handcuffs on him on the side of the car. And then he wiggled out and he jumped in the car and he tried to start driving away. And then she tried to get her taser but grabbed the gun and shot him. You know, and so had he just let himself be arrested, nothing would have happened to him. Do you get that? Do you understand that? I mean, it's incredible. These people, I think, all these governors and the hard lefty agitator types that keep saying, oh, resist, do this, do that, they are responsible for creating situations where people die because law enforcement is trained. And these people know that. They know that the likelihood of something bad like this happening goes up dramatically if you have a whole bunch of people that are agitating and throwing things and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to sit there and show on a map where it was and here's where the car drifted over. There's nothing of value to do that at all. It's just, it's sad, Somebody lost their life acting like a complete idiot. I mean, and, the officer, the car was going right at him. Probably was already pulling the gun out. And she gunned it, and then he shot her. And that's just what happened. Now, people out there, like the mayor and everybody else who said, oh, that didn't happen, no, they're full of crap. It looks, I could see how the officer could have just tried to step aside, let it roll off, and let her drive away. But that's not how people are trained. If somebody has and is hitting and gunning it, a car at you, what do you think they're going to do? I don't know. I think they're trained. It's a weapon. And if they're already doing that, what are they going to do later if they get away? It's dangerous for other people like that. You mean the local governments, right? Yeah. Yeah, like Portland, Minneapolis, Dearborn. Right. But anyways, you guys, we're already frozen. Can you guys please help support the channel? I don't want to be relegated tonight asking 17,000 times again. We're currently like at 1/6 of reaching the minimum goal level. So we need you guys' support. All right. I'm doing another show. Came on a little bit early. I was hoping some of you guys maybe watched Court TV. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna switch over now to that. Where the hell did I put that? Oh, I think I put it out here. So we can listen to all the 911 calls now. You know, somebody literally put in my video that I made, they go, "Is it just me? Or does anybody else not know where the house was?" It's like, what are you talking about? That was absolutely clear in the video. You can even see it right here on this little, you know, like right there. It's a pin. I mean, it was right there on the video. So I always think those people are trolls, you know. I don't know where they come from or, you know, and I say, yes, it's just you. There wasn't one other person that seemed confused. So I just removed the comment that they made. It's just sort of this you know, just whew, wow. Yeah, it kind of has a feel like it's a hit or somebody who's, you know, exacting revenge, jealousy kind of thing. Like maybe somebody that liked Monique, and then, you know, the person didn't look like a hitman at all. The way he's moving around just looks like somebody that's sort of down and out, sort of angry, maybe angry or whatever. Just, yeah, I don't think I could have made it any clearer. Yeah, I thought I said that yesterday. I said his feet look, you know, they're not large feet, you know. It's weird how people, it seems like people just don't.
Columbus Police, Tech 107.
Anyways, here's the 911 calls.
Columbus Police, Tech 107.
Yes, I would like to ask for a wellness check on an individual at their home. This individual, Spencer, works with me, and he did not show up to work this morning, and we cannot get a hold of him or his family.
He didn't show up to work?
Correct.
You know what's weird is how the officers always default to, you know, oh, you know, they're probably, you know, people just don't show up sometimes. And when people, here's what I would say is, law enforcement needs to take, anytime someone gets to the point where they're actually calling 911 about somebody missing, that it's literally, you got to go look at it. And hard, not like, well, let's see if they show up later. It's ridiculous. I mean, these people, most people only call 911 if there's something unusual, and they gotta be listening to these people. It seems like they don't listen very often. They just always, you start talking like, yeah, you know, he's never missed work. He doesn't miss work. Well, you know, people miss work. What do you, that's not what he's saying, okay? That's not what he's saying.
Okay. Does he have medical problems or?
Thanks, Monica.
No, and he's been reliable, and we cannot get in touch with him, his wife, his family, anybody that lives in that house.
Okay. So
There's
you're
2 kids in
Florida.
the home. I'm in Florida. I own the business. I was informed by my employees that he was not.
See, that answers exactly what we suspected. He was in Florida. He owns the business. He was informed by his employee. Hello. We said that.
Work. And he runs the office. Have you guys received anything else, like
And he runs the
calls about
and he runs the office. You know.
him, or like a car accident or anything like that?
No, sometimes people just don't show up to work.
He said, hey, you know, is there any other reports of an accident or anything? You know, trying to find out maybe there was some other explanation. And she goes, well, sometimes people just don't show up for work. What a joke. Jesus.
Okay.
No, sometimes people just don't show up to work. I mean, maybe he's sick, I don't know.
Just know that he is the most, like, he is always on time, and he would contact us if there is any issues whatsoever. And I just don't know how else to say this. Like, we're very, very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
Okay, what's the emergency there? Police or medical?
Maybe both, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of doing the
We had a call out there. They knocked on the front door and back door multiple times, and there was no answer.
Yeah, no answer. I can hear kids
This is a different
inside,
call,
and I
right?
swear I think I heard one yell. But we can't get in. At this point, I don't know if I need to break the door in or just get in the house or what. So.
Okay, were you out there when the police was out there?
I wasn't. I just got here about 5 minutes ago.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll send them back out to you.
Our boss did not report to work. We haven't been able to get a hold of him for 3 hours. We are on site, and we can hear kids inside.
See, I think Matthew actually knows that. Okay. I'm the one that even noticed that, Matt. I'm the one that brought it up on social media. Hey, the most concerning thing is the wife isn't answering. You know that I said that on here a million times, okay? And so it's weird that people pretend that they came up with it. It's just, you know, I don't know, man. I just don't buy it when people do that.
Talk to somebody there.
Okay, I'm just making sure somebody called.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
1411 North 4th.
Okay, 1411 North 4th. We've got several calls on that. What's changed since the last person I talked to?
There's a body.
There's a body inside?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
So,
Let me get you on.
so I wonder if somebody actually, yeah, right, Matthew, right. I wonder if somebody in here heard, I don't know. I mean, how did they see the body? They must have got a hold of somebody and they gave them the code to get inside the house.
The line with the medic, okay? Stay on the line.
So you could hear right there. See, they must be in the house to be able to get that loud of a cry. You know, like they have to be.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me get you on the line with the medic, okay? Stay on the line.
See, like right there. That sounds like the kid yelling in there. They had to have been inside the house to get that.
There's a body. Our friend wasn't.
I mean, just to show you. Hold on a second. Look, I even have. I was going to bring it up on Court TV again because they never seem to bring it up. Right here. We can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing. You know, we've been talking about this for 3 days.
In Trent's phone, we just took a wellness check. We just came here, and he appears dead. Okay. There's blood. He's laying next to his bed, off of his bed, and there's blood. I can't get closer to see more than that. Okay, so you can tell he's obviously not breathing or anything? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting. Like if the back door was unlocked and they got in through the back door and went upstairs and then just kind of looked through the door and saw. They must have gone inside the house. I mean, if they're upstairs, the only way to have seen that would be to go upstairs. And the yelling from the kids is really loud, right? So it sounds like they're inside the house. And by the way, Matt, no big deal. Okay, I just gets really frustrating when people don't watch my show and then they come in and it's like, oh hey.
Is it like how to you know? Does he look like? It doesn't change. I can't look. Okay, all right, I understand. Okay, and then when was the last time somebody spoke to him? Yes.
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything, Matt? But I said thank you, didn't I?
Yesterday, I suppose. Yesterday. Okay. Yeah. How old is he? 37. 37. Okay.
No, I know he tried to help. I'm just saying, come on, you guys. I mean, I guess I agree with you. That's all I can say, Matt. Is I agree. We just have been talking about it for 3 days. It seemed like you were just goofing around, I guess. I appreciate it, though. I don't know what to say. It's just, I guess my problem is I'm sort of jaded on social media because I've done so many things, and then a day later, some other YouTuber, who of course didn't see my show, they'll make an entire video about exactly what I went over, and then pretend that they got it all just out of their mind. So now when I see people repeat something I said, even though they could have came up with it themselves in chat, I'm always thinking that. So that's my issue. I don't know how to fix it. It's just been like that for so long. It's just anytime people in chat sort of repeat what I say, I always think, oh, they're just... But I'm sure that's not really what's happening. All right? So, sorry about that.
Are you like a drug user or anything like that? No. Okay. All right. Just since that's a really young age. Yeah, I understand. Okay. All right, we're on our way.
Yeah, so that was basically it. Just a lot of crap going on in there. And I was talking to you, Matt. I was apologizing. Let's see, I've heard both versions. Last caller was in the house when he saw the body, and last caller was looking through the window when he saw the body. Huh? You said last caller twice, Laura. Well, there's no way to look through a window and see a body. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's no way to do that. Unless you're looking through a window of a room or something. Because you'd have to be in somebody else's house to look through a window to see the top floor. So that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. How could he look through a window? And then you're also hearing all the crying and yelling and stuff. No, because he knows that they have 2 kids. Why would that be strange? Look at, I remember at the beginning we were wondering because there was different things said, but everything's been explained and it all makes sense now. All of the timing and everything, and I don't even know what difference. Let me ask you guys this. Everybody's making a big deal out of the 911 call in April. What does it have to do with anything? Let's say it was Monique going, hey, calling 911 because she's upset. What difference does it make? What does it have to do with this? There's another guy. It's not a murder-suicide. So that means somebody else came in and did this. So I know it's something new. Ooh, look what we found, everybody. We got to go show it and turn it into something. I mean, that kind of stuff is sort of the things that lead to all the crazy, wild speculation out there on the internet. Are you still there, Matt? I wanted to let you know that I was apologizing to you. I think a family member said it was not Monique. Yeah, they do sound sort of similar when you listen to them. The person on the 911 call sounds like they've been drinking a little bit. Thank you, Melanie Stone. The brother-in-law said the call was made by a guest from her. Yeah, we all know that that's what he said, but they're still playing. People are playing it and trying to get something from it. But let me ask you this. What if it was her? That's what I'm trying to say. There's no relevance to it at all. Let's pretend that was Monique and her and Spencer got in a little bit of a, sort of a squabble of some sort. No, it's not a big deal at all. What does it mean? Yeah, you're saying big deal. I mean, what does it mean? Let's say they got in a squabble. She was upset and she called 911. What does it have to do with this here? Now, if it was like, Spencer was still alive somewhere and out on the run, You know, I might go, oh, or if it was a murder-suicide, maybe we'd have an answer. Oh, he got, oh, really? Hey, look at Matthew said, I got to put that on the screen. That's hilarious. See, he goes, yeah, still here, all good. My brother mentioned that to me. Didn't realize he got it from you. See, you guys, I'm telling you, man, I am a psychic. There, we got to play that. Where is that thing? Stupid, delicate little putty. Skipper. There we go. That's right. Cindy is... Were you Cindy, you're still out there? Were you Gilligan, or was that the other one? You should have been the skipper, and then... Let's see. But man, you guys... Hey, thanks, Sassy Squatch. There you go. We got something coming in. We need to get the support up for the channel. We need more channel memberships gifted. We're currently only at 1/5 of a nightly goal currently. I forgot about the possible 911. Well, it is a 911 call from April. It's not a possible call. It came from the house. But when I just want to say, what difference does it make? Can somebody give me something? See, every time these people are making videos of that, they get thousands and thousands of views, and it's absolutely irrelevant. What does it mean? You know, oh, yes, very interesting. Oh, wow. Look, you hear her saying, and so the, analyzing the call. First of all, they have already said it's not even her, but maybe it is her. Let's pretend it is. Can you give me something that can, makes it something important? Nah, that's not what Clinton... Hillary Clinton, when she says... Yeah, when she was talking about Benghazi. Right, I remember that. She said, what difference does it make? Well, hey, idiot, it makes a lot of difference. Okay? I just want you to give me something in here. So let's say she's upset with Spencer, and she calls 911. All right, that's in April. And now we are 9 months later, 7 months later, 8 or 9 months later, and both of them are killed by somebody. So how can you correlate those? Yeah, but but that doesn't mean anything, though, right? Yeah, I mean their wedding wasn't so perfect after all. Their marriage, whatever, wasn't the greatest thing in the world. And then maybe, I guess you could say, okay, then maybe it means that she was cheating on him, and then there's this other guy out there, and she was going to leave him, but then she decided not to because of the kids, and then he's angry, and then he goes in right there. Okay, so maybe sort of a side angle like that, but the call itself doesn't have has nothing to do with the murder, in terms of... Let's see, Gray, do we have any idea what the timestamp is? That I just think it's... we don't, but I think it's probably at around... I think it's right around 2 in the morning. I said that on Court TV tonight. I said that I think they said the murders happened between 2 and 5, and I think they have that time frame because there are 2 different videos. One at 2 when he comes in, and then 5 when he's leaving, which is interesting because if that's the case, then that means there's 3 hours of time where he was, right there, and then maybe, I guess it's possible he came over here and waited, watched outside, made sure it was really, just kind of sat there in the yard, and then went in, and then he leaves at 5. That'd be 3 hours he's around the house. I don't know if he was in the house for 3 hours or what, but I think they have surveillance of the same person running away, or hurrying or walking really fast or something like that away, wearing the same clothing, etc., at around 5. So that's when now they have a window. They know that at 2 he was here, 5 he was there, and they probably tracked him in other locations, etc. That's what I think. I mean, I get when people say, yeah, it could just be some rando guy. Yeah, you know. You're walking in, again, like somebody just said, down this alley here, right? There's a bar right there. But, you know, you could walk down this. Why would you walk down that alley at 2 in the morning? And it just so happens to be where you're going to pass this house. And as they said on Court TV, that's 2 in the morning on a Tuesday. I mean, man, that makes it even less likely that some rando drunk person is just walking there. And they wouldn't have brought him up unless they had multiple other sightings of him. That really, this is our guy. We got to put something out for the media and people to look at. Maybe they can help identify him, etc. And they put it out. That was pretty funny though, Matt. I got to give you credit for that. That was I should have played the drum roll. I know it wasn't you, but it's funny though. Hey, what is your opinion on why we haven't had a press conference? I don't know. I think they're still looking into it. But hey, guys, you should send in super chats with questions, and then we'll go over those first. That's how we can try to make the goal. What made you so angry? Oh, wait, we're on... Is that Twitter? No, that's YouTube. I don't know who that person is. What video? The surveillance video? Hey, thanks, Richard Watts. Man, we only got 2 gifted memberships, you guys. What's happening? Man, unreal. Hey, VT, don't blame the ICE agents. Blame the nutjob protesters that are in their cars blocking the road, and then one of them sped towards an officer. Okay? Blame Governor Walz and the mayor of Minneapolis. Those are the ones that caused the problem. They're idiots. Okay? That's the truth. You don't have to believe it. It's going to be a heyday for the Schumers of the world. I mean, they're just going to... Crazy people. Hey, thanks, Sassy Squatch. Hey, look at that. 2 gifted memberships. Come on, you guys. You guys can do that. We need somebody to do a challenge of some sort in here. You are, VT. We knew where you were coming from. You're a loser. Get the hell out of here. Okay? Yeah, we already knew where you were coming from. See you later. Yes, people like VT, you know what he thinks? He thinks that people should be able to drive their cars and block ICE agents on the street and then gun it. And when an officer tells you to get out of your car, you, instead of getting out, you gun it at the person. That's what people like VT think. What a bunch of idiots. God, what a loser. Yeah, older people, their brains work better. That's why. Yeah, that's true. Look in the mirror, buddy. Jesus. He called me a loser because I don't think people, when you're told by an officer to stop your car and get out of your car, that you shouldn't just gun it at an officer that's standing in front of the vehicle. Yeah. Right. Responsible one of the pair always answers, but could easily be... Yeah, well, I mean, if we go back to this, he does mention this on the 911 call. That's where he said this. I don't know how else to say this, but we are very, very concerned. This is very out of character for him, he continued. We can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing. You know, one thing that's sort of counter to my idea, when you read that, you think that the dentist had or Spencer had told the people at his office that, hey man, there's this weird stalker person, and they were aware of that. But when you listen to the 911 call, I think most people would mention that on a 911 call. Somebody would say, and you know, because remember when like Jodi Arias killed Travis Alexander, everybody in the 911 call said, oh, we think we know who did it. I mean, you'd think maybe one of these guys would have said, hey, and there's been this person that's been stalking him. You know, we don't know who it is, but they, you know, they mentioned it, and it's kind of weird, and something like that. You'd think they would have said that. So I don't know where this comes down. It's sort of it's a weird statement, regardless. But so that's the counter to my thought on that. That maybe he had some other reason for saying that. That's more just sort of, like what you usually, if I can't get a hold of him, she answers or something. Like every time he didn't answer, she's always answered. But he didn't say that. Yeah, we're having one of those struggling nights again. Seems like I get every time I go on Court TV, when I do my show, I have one of my worst nights I ever had. Why is that? Was I that bad on there? It's really, really kind of a weird conundrum. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe I was thinking of opening up there's not phone lines, but you can join on StreamYard, and then you just don't have your face on there and just talk. Yeah, I think I could just do it like that when somebody calls in or something. So let's do it. Life would be concerning. Spencer is
Not being able to get a hold of the wife would be concerning.
Right.
Spencer is MIA, 2 young kids at home. Have to assume he knows both of them. My point 02.
Right, your 2 cents. But yeah, it's I'm not sure, it's more concerning. I mean, she could have just been in the bathroom or out in the backyard without the phone. I mean, who the hell knows? It's just kind of an odd statement, regardless. Right, there's the StreamYard link for anybody who has any thoughts on here. We don't do the wild speculation stuff, but if you have thoughts based on what the stuff we do know, that'd be great. This isn't Psychic Central where you come on and you throw out all these crazy ideas hoping something sticks later. All right. You're gonna have to have the Blazer game on or something in the background. It's dead as a doornail in here. Jeez. We're not even at 33%. Did the kid have any injuries? No. All right, guys, I'm going to have to mention it again. So when I do my shows, the only source of income that comes into the channel are from the people watching the show. So if you have the ability, pretend I'm a Snickers bar or whatever it is. I know other channels don't give a shit about it, but mine does because it's the only way to survive. So if you guys have the ability to help support the channel, buy some channel memberships, super chats, whatever. Could really use your help on here. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, so I have the, you got the pinned at the top of the screen is StreamYard. So if you have any thoughts about the case, you can let me know. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the person walks down here. I guess we could open up the Premiere file. Guess nobody heard what I said. Jeez. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to open up the Tepe. It's right there. Why didn't that open up? Project was saved from a previous version. Must be converted. The original project will not be modified. Okay. Oops. Oh, this is not, that's not the, that's the experimental version. I gotta open up this one. Did anybody hear what I just said a second ago? The channel relies on you guys. Like, where the hell is it? Yeah. It's like it's completely blank. It's wild. How could that be blank? It doesn't even make any sense. Okay, well that's not there. I have to go, I'm trying to find the full surveillance shot. I think that's it right there, I think. No, that's not it. This one, maybe? Right, there we go. So that's the full thing. And that's what the real video looks like, except it actually goes all the way up to here. They cropped it out for some unknown reason. Hey, thank you, Miss Schult. Miss Schult? Something? Mick Hilt. Yeah, somebody was saying that it looks like he had something on his knees here. I mean, I see the dark light there, but I think it's just sort of shadowing. I don't think that's anything. You know, I mean, I don't see anything on those legs. Could be something in front, I guess, but right there, that's where he sort of seems like he's drunk or something. Right there. Like what? That kind of a weird little step. Like, oh, let me go back the right way. Hey, thanks very much, Sassy Squatch. Wonder why no reward. And thanks, Cheryl Bullock. I think they're onto somebody. They're investigating this. They haven't run out of. It's interesting how there's been no press conferences. Usually you get one or two already by this time. No press conferences. And if they do another press conference, it'll be because they are completely stymied. And they're going to show way more surveillance and try to get other people to help. But you know, it's interesting. Remember the DC bombing, pipe bomb suspect videos? There's like 10 of them. It's kind of like this, right? They got a hoodie on. It was hard to make out, and that didn't lead to anything. No tips came in that led to him through that. Just wrongfully convicted people. I mean, not convicted, but like accused people. Come on, who's going to come on and tell us your thoughts? Yeah, so let's see. We got this one. Thank you. This one's wonder why no reward. Maybe they're closer. Yeah, see, they might have been on to somebody from the beginning.
Would they keep it to themselves, allowing the public to remain afraid?
If law enforcement has enough info to know it was targeted, would they keep it? I think they might even be on to an individual at this point. And they just sort of released the surveillance as a bone to reporters and people out there. Because they know nobody's going to... Oh, I know that guy! Yeah, there's no way in hell you're going to recognize somebody from that little bit. Hey, drunk. Yeah. Yeah, it says Hitman. He got there a little early that night. So he sat at a bar and got wasted. He had a hard time even screwing on that little silencer at the end. It was wild. If the back door was unlocked, big mess. No, it's not. Let me ask you something. Why can't somebody have their back door unlocked in a fenced yard? Why can't they? Can I ask you that? Why can't people... I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you know what I hate was when people go, well, there was a girl jogging last night about 10 o'clock. She was running through a park, and then they start blaming her. Like, oh, who the... What? That's crazy, man. And I would say, why can't a woman run through a park and feel safe? You know, it's the problem of the killers, not the people doing these things. Ah, bullshit. It's not a ghetto there. The ghetto. Jesus. It's you know what this reminds me of? A place like in Portland. You know, it looks like it's up and coming. Like they're remodeling places. They're fixing it up. It definitely doesn't look like a ghetto. Okay. I'm not sure where you came up with that. Yeah, you wouldn't recommend it today, but is it really something where you got to blame the people? You know, like in the Delphi case, when people go, man, I can't believe Becky and them, they let them walk out over on that bridge on the trails. And I would look at them and go, who cares? Okay, the killer is where you need to direct your thoughts at. You know, why couldn't they go to those trails? We're all supposed to think, well, you guys, there's going to be a killer there, so... I mean, that is just shit. That's why law and order is so important to have a civil society. You know, there's something to be said about the old days, you know, when you could do that. When I was a kid, and that's not even the old days. I mean, I'm pretty old, but I'm not incredibly old. I mean, my mom would go, yeah, be home. Okay, so let's see. After school, then she'd say, yeah, we're having dinner. And then after that, okay, be home by 9. We get on our bikes and we'd ride all over the place, go all over the place, and do crazy things kids do. And now, everybody is plopped in front of a computer screen or a TV and they play video games. How sad is that? That's because we have neglected like the mental health part of our society. It's hard to even get somebody thrown in there. We've neglected I mean, just so many different things. Our law enforcement is always crippled by the idiots out there that want to reimagine the police.
Catching up on the live stream RN.
I completely agree with your take on... Oh, you went back to that part of it? Yeah. At the beginning? Yeah. Yeah, I just use common sense, you know. Does anybody think that the person who got shot used common sense today? Having their car perpendicular on the road, blocking ICE officers, and then when an ICE officer tried to remove her from the vehicle, she backed it up really quick and then gunned it forward towards a police officer and then got shot. I mean, I don't know. It's not like, oh, she deserved to be shot or something. It's just, this is what happens when you act like that. It's so obvious. God. It's crazy. And then I'm sure people watching got angry that I'm saying this. And those people are idiots. It's like, it's just, it's unbelievable. What else I mean, just use your brain every once in a while and you'll see. Ask yourself, would you do the same thing? That's not nice, Gray. God. Just because they have a different opinion. Well, you're wrong. How about that? You like that? Yeah, everybody locks their doors at night. But why can't somebody not lock their door? You get what I'm saying? In the 50s and 60s, nobody locked their door. Even though there was killers out there, so every once in a while, but it was rare. But why should you have to do that? I mean, there's locks for a reason, I guess. It's dumb not to, you know, you could look at it and go, hey, it's dumb not to lock your door. But at the same time, why can't they not lock their door? Does anybody even understand what I'm saying? You guys, we only got 4 gifted channel memberships tonight. We're really struggling. We're still only barely over like 34%. They probably have boot prints from the interior, maybe even DNA, maybe. Yeah, hard to say. Yeah, it is foul. I mean, there's a lot of shitty people out there. And you can thank people like Governor Walz and Chuck Schumer and the like for having so many of those people, Joe Biden, etc. You know what the dumbest argument always is?
Chewbacca?
They always say the rate of crime.
I agree.
The rate.
Stupid games, you win stupid.
Right, exactly. Thank you, Bella Marie. I always hate this line when people say, you know, the occurrence of crime with illegal aliens is lower than the population of Americans. As if all of a sudden we're supposed to say, oh, wow. Here's the truth. Every single crime committed by an illegal... This is a true statement right here. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry. Every crime committed by an illegal alien is one that should never have happened. Do you agree with that? I've actually had somebody tell me, some hard lefty guy, go, well, that crime would have still been committed. It just would have been an American. And it's like, what brain are you using right there? So somehow that guy would have committed the crime, but then transferred it mentally over to an American. Maybe another American is going to commit a crime that night, but it's not going to be the same one. Every single crime committed by an illegal alien is one that would never have occurred had they not been let into the country. Do you agree with that or not? Because if you say no, that means there's something wrong with your brain. Okay? Because that's an absolute fact. It's a truth. Hey, look at that. We got Bella Marie just gifted 5 memberships. All right. Now, there's probably people out there that don't feel like they want to say it. They want to agree with it because... No, I don't hate all Democrats. Yeah. I like Democrats. I like the rational-minded ones, you know. What the hell's that guy's name? The governor, or the Pennsylvania... Not Pennsylvania. He's a senator from Pennsylvania. Yeah, he's rational. Do you hate all Republicans? Yeah, Fetterman is the guy I was talking about. Yeah, there. I just looked him up myself. I see you guys typing him in there. Yeah, I mean Fetterman's. He's a rational-minded Democrat. Now he might have something bad to say about this. I don't know, but he's rational-minded. It's the ones that are just, you know, have the derangement syndrome where it doesn't matter what anything is done, like bitching about Maduro's abduction is insane. Okay. The guy was like Saddam Hussein running Venezuela. I mean, he's a freaking nut. Let's see. What do I need to do with the auctioneer? All right, everybody, let's hit that like button. How many likes do we got here? Only 147. I'm not hitting the like button, Gray. I don't agree with anything you're saying, you bastard. Ooh. God, join the club, man. Join the club. Here, let me do a poll. I'll show you how many crazy people there are. Watch this. Is every crime by an All right, there we go. See, and here's how you can ask the question: is every crime by an illegal alien one that wouldn't have happened had they not snuck into the country? So I just heard what I just said. Had they not snuck into the country, it wasn't fitting, so I had to reverse, and I got rid of a word that I shouldn't have got rid of. You only get 100 characters. I was at 96. We know, Tandy Kane, we know. I just said that out loud at the same moment I posted it. Were you not paying attention? Or? Here, I'll just delete it. Because people like Tandy, they don't listen. So we're going to start that over again. All right, here we go. All right, there you go. Hey, Tandy Can, how about stop being, you know what I can't stand are people that, I can go like this. Let's see, I know how to spell Bob, it's B-A-B, I mean O-B. Gray, it's A, it's O, it's O, gray, it's O, it's O. You know, like people, like literally 1 second after I say something, and I've already fixed the error, they want to be like self-righteous and type in the actual answer. Without even, I mean, literally, you guys have seen it, right? I'm not making this shit up. Put a 1 if you've seen that 1,000 times. Or I'll go, yeah, man, when Jim Biden was president, I mean, Joe Biden, it's Joe, Gray, it's Joe, it's Joe. Can you wait a second? Yeah, that's why some people are laughing, because they've seen it 1,000 times. You know, it's funny when you're on Court TV, you know, Vinny, he does his little spots for the next day. So he's just sitting there. I get to watch it. He's like sitting there. Okay, let's do one for tomorrow. Is the doctor going, you know, and he goes through the whole little, it's pretty funny. He's so good at it, though. He just immediately gets into character. He's joking around and then boom, has that face, you know. Yeah, but that's my question up there. See how crazy it is up above you guys? 13% of the people, 15, don't understand. Their brains don't work correctly. Is there anybody out there that said no? Tell me why you would say no to that question. So the crime was going to be committed anyways? Like by some other, you know, a sexual assault happens, and that same person would have been assaulted by an American if that person wasn't there. It was just their time. I mean, you're nuts. Okay. Okay. Anyways, I don't know what there is to really get out of this. Like this surveillance, there's nothing. Somebody would have to look at that and go, God, you know, it sort of looks like, but that looks like everybody. You know, they do have sort of thin legs. Some people think that's a female. I don't. But and if that was during the daytime, I could tell you what time of day it was. This stuff here doesn't mean anything. There's the shadows. It's already 2 in the morning. Those are just lights that make it look like that. Yeah, now it's 18% of idiots. And usually they're just the trolls. They watch the show waiting for an error so they can all go back to the little groups and type about it. You know, so they always vote opposite intentionally. There isn't anybody in here that, if you have a rational mind, that could say no to that.
One why no reward? Maybe they are closer to knowing who did it?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they are on to something. And they're way ahead of, I mean, here's what I do on my channel, I think better than most everybody else that covers true crime, is I back engineer what law enforcement has by, precisely finding different, like, surveillance shots like this time, putting it all together, looking at it rationally, how things go together. Then, a lot of times if a probable cause comes out, you sort of link all that together, and then you see what the actual picture is. Where other people just like to go with the flow, and they make a big deal about every single thing that comes out, like that 911 call from April. Who cares, man? See, look at like Susan right there. I had to come here to regain some sanity. I can't take much more of Candace Owens bullshit. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, she's insane, you guys. She's just. Emotional because no. She hasn't lost any subscribers. Jeez, she gains them every day. Oh, she gets a lot of subscribers. Yeah, well, she's not emotional. She's an idiot. I mean, Candace Owens, somebody I used to really thought was great, is an absolute idiot. Monster, just a shitty person, you know. There's no by the way, like, Candace Owens goes out there and every day has a different conspiracy theory that are so important and relevant and just revealing this horrendous sort of back channel weirdness going on. And then she goes on a vacation for 2 weeks. Let me ask you guys something. If you found something like that in your real life that you really believed was true, some crazy conspiracy that you really were onto something, would you have time for a vacation? And the answer is no. Anybody else, you would be out there every day. I don't even go on vacation. I do these shows. Hey, we need somebody to do a challenge of some sort, you guys. We're really struggling here. Right now we're at about 50%, which is good, but we just keep having these slow. Great. Does Vinny watch your live? I don't know. I think he's watched them before. He's been in here. I think I made him a moderator when he came in, just so we'd know it was the right person. Why do you ask, Bruce? Yeah, he's watched before. I just don't think my take on this case right here is that I think it's possible. I mean, all we can say is possible. I'm leaning towards it being somebody who liked, Monica, or Monique, not Monica. Monique was really like somebody that was sort of obsessed with her, and maybe there is something where she sort of likes somebody on the side or something. We don't really know. And it turns out that person was he may have thought that she was going to leave him, but then didn't. And then he goes in there and he's angry because Spencer's the guy that's keeping her from him. So the anger is directed towards him, and that's why he shot so many times. And then he shoots Monique in the heart for breaking his heart, and then he gets the hell out of there. Could be that, or it could be something just really mundane-ish. A guy, this guy was... I know, it seems like it was directed to be at that house. For sure. And there's some elements that make it seem like this person may have known them. I mean, how'd they get in the door? Did they have the keypad? Did the dog not bark very much because they knew this person? He didn't kill the kids. But I guess if he'd known them and the kids saw him, then he might have had to kill the 4-year-old. The 1-year-old wouldn't be able to explain it or know anything. So, but hey, guys, if you're out there, if you have the ability to help support the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. This is one of those nights where the freaks that are always supporting the channel every day aren't here. The Martys, the Lisa Belson, the Chris O'Connells of the world. They're not here tonight. So can we have one night where everybody else helps support the channel and tries to get us to the goal? Thank you. If it was a hitman, the hitman will be able to get in. If the door was left unlocked on the back, then it could be that simple to get in. Yeah, I mean, if it was just... It's just hard to picture that it's just some random person goes in and then for what reason? I mean, law enforcement probably knows that they were just in bed and killed. Like it maybe doesn't look like somebody was walking around, ambulating, chasing. Yeah. Regular lock on the door, or was it a keypad? It looked like one of those keypad number doors, number jobs. I mean, we talked about that the other day. Yeah, we know that. We know that, Susan. We've gone over that. I even showed you the angle of some of the photographs. You know, like one photograph was taken right there next to that fence, and that building there was in the background, over the fence. Yeah, you think maybe they're already onto something on her phone. Figuring out if somebody was texting somebody. Don't know. Let's see. Shady Booty said, makes me wonder if it was sex motivated. 3 hours of missing time. Well, we're just guessing that it was 3 hours of missing time. You know, the murder could have happened at 2:10, and they don't have any more video. They just sort of threw out 2 to 5 for some other reason. But I think the only other reason would be they know that you would get up at 5 in the morning. Generally, like maybe they asked somebody, what time do you normally get up to get ready to go to work? They said, yeah, you get up at about 5 and then head out his door at about 5:50 and then get to work at 7. Something like that. Because guys don't take that long. A woman, you'd say, well, they got up at 3 in the morning and left at 6. I mean, you guys are, it's crazy. You guys, come on. We got to try to get to the goal tonight. How did no one hear the shots? I don't know. Maybe it was a silencer or muffled somehow. Put a pillow over it or whatever. And nobody's called in yet. We've got the StreamYard link at the top. You can call in with any of your ideas about the case. People go, great, do a call in, do a call in. Well, here it is, and not a soul's called in. Yeah. What do I think about what? I think it's also really late at night, and there was maybe just 2 or 3 shots quickly, and maybe just the acoustics didn't turn out where other people could hear it. I don't know. Nope. See, then there's Marty. Look, see. See, Marty's Bar and Grill's coming in. All right. So look at you guys. Only 5 of you, since none of you listen to what I'm saying. If you could gift 5 memberships among you all, then Marty will gift 10. So that means it's 3-1 on your part. All right? So we just need 5 gifted memberships from any one, 1, and then he'll donate 10. Is that worth it? Then Lisa Belson shows up. Were you guys just hiding in the background or something? You guys know each other? That was pretty funny. Thank you, Lisa Belson. My God, man, this was crazy. I thought tonight was going to be a good night. I was on Court TV. I figured people would come in here, help support the channel, but it's one of our slowest nights we've had since the month started. Hey, thank you, Marty's Bar and Grill, and also PJ Rocker right there. But Marty's Bar and Grill, gifted 10, and it matched. Where he did a challenge where they got 5. All right, very cool. Thank you. Thank you guys for your generosity. Everybody who has helped out, and especially Marty. Marty and Lisa Belson and Chris O'Connell and a whole bunch of other people that are always helping support the channel. Yeah, right, Shady. You can just say you are. And by the way, I don't really, nobody's required to do anything. I just have to work hard to try to get the support for the channel, or we just sort of die. That's the problem. But it was nice. It was a good segment today with Vinny. I just walked through, explained where, those little bricks, and then the cement, and they kind of let me do it the way I do my video, which is kind of cool. I mean, if you think about it, the segment that I did on Court TV, how often do you ever see a segment like that? Anybody watch that? So that's the thing. They've let me on there 3 or 4 times do segments where it's totally opposite of how they always do things. Get a guest on with a quick little this and that. Like in the Idaho 4 case, remember that one episode where Vinny let me go through the loops that the car made behind on the 1330 Linda Lane? He let me go through and meticulously show how the car went around and came around. Nobody else does that crap, man. And it's not crap, it's great. I mean, people love that stuff. It almost feels like sometimes these bigger stations, they think people need everything really dumbed down. And maybe that's sort of true of the masses, but I think other people want to really see what the hell's here, what's going on, that kind of thing. So it was kind of neat. They let me explain it. Yeah, thanks for doing the challenge. Right now we're about 80% of the minimum goal, so at least we got moving there a little bit. Yeah, I was on Banfield. I think I've been on her show twice now. I can't remember what the first one was about. Yeah, speculation sells. We speculate here, but we speculate based on the facts, and then it gets you a lot closer to what you're looking at. I'm speculating that he goes through the back, right? But isn't it a good speculation? And I speculated that originally just because of the way it was laid out. And then when we got the surveillance, it only increased the likelihood because he's walking here. And now we know that there's a Ring camera on the front door right over here. And that apparently didn't pick anything up because of course they would have shown us that one, right? And then there's also a camera right here on this pole here, a police camera that would have filmed something. So to me, it seems like that person might have even been aware of that camera and then came through the back somehow. So that's speculation, but isn't that reasonable? It has a very high likelihood of being true. Yep. Wonder if they accidentally left the garage door open. Maybe, but that would make it just pure luck then, right? The hitman came over and went, ooh, or it was just a criminal that went in and killed Lisa, if that's what, Lisa Valenzuela, if you think that's the reality. What do you mean you still think? People always type that in. the word still. I still think this guy is still from when? When was the other time? We don't get that show until tomorrow. Here. What show is that? Is anybody going to call in? Give us your thoughts. Come on the StreamYard link. Right. I mean, I guess it's possible they came in to do a hit, but it just happens to be the back door was locked and they would have got in some other way. But I don't know. Unlocked, I mean. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the... I'm not going to wait around for people to call in, so... Get rid of that. Forget it. Yeah, we know, Laura. We know all that stuff. Talked about it last night. Should watch the show more. It's right there, yeah. Doesn't mean anything. Halfway house, so let's see, there's a halfway house right here, so the guy walked all the way over here and then went this way and then killed them, and then he went back to the halfway house. People just get really excited about stuff, you know. Oh, look, there's a predator that lives in the area. Well, there's a million of them. Have any of the neighbors mentioned seeing anyone unfamiliar? I don't know. Now you don't get a call in. I've already got rid of it. I can put it up there again. But hey guys, if you can please help support the channel, we're still not at the goal even with that. That just shows you how far behind we were. I think if we get, let's see, another like 12 memberships, then I can donate 5 myself. That's where we're at. So that's my challenge. We get 12 more, I'll donate 5. All right, let's see. I'll put it back up in there if you want to call in. Right here. It's not a phone call though, it's a link. I guess it was still... Okay, there it is. It's pinned at the top. If you want to call in, you click on that and you don't have your video or anything. Yeah, we know the videos before. Yeah, I think it's like at 2 in the morning-ish. All right. How come nobody ever gets excited about my challenges? Let's see. I will gift 5 if 12 of you... I know it's not as good as their challenges, but I can't afford it. That's what we're trying to do here. If you gift 1. There you go. This is 1 year anniversary of the unexpected... Oh, sorry about that. Kim F. Sharp Harp. I remember that. I just think you went the same way. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if, the surveillance shot's right there. There's 2 houses right there now. If he was running by the same exact direction he came from after, he probably went back out the same way over the fence, that direction, and out of there. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they have his DNA at this point. If they were able to get it somehow. Thank you, Sassy Squatch. Man. The excitement level on my challenges is just... Oh, well, there's Lisa Belson, did 5 of them, so now we just need 5 more. What did I say, 11? No, 6 more, and then I'll give 5 myself. Thank you, Lisa Belson. That's very kind to you. You guys are amazing. And Sassy Squatch. Yep, we're still sitting here. There's nobody added, nobody came on. It's kind of sucks because they haven't really given us a ton of information to go on. There's been so little. If there was any press conferences at all, we'd know something. And we can play the 911 again if you want. No more? We need 6.
Columbus Police, Tech 107.
We need 6 more, you guys. 6 more.
Yes, I would like to ask for a wellness check on an individual at their home. This individual, Spencer, works with me, and he did not show up to work this morning, and we cannot get a hold of him or his family.
He didn't show up to work?
Well, that's your end, Blake. I don't know how to help that.
Correct.
Okay. Does he have medical problems or?
No, and he's been reliable, and we cannot get in touch with him, his wife, his family, anybody that lives in that house.
Yeah, well, they're the only 2 that you would get a hold of. You're not getting a hold of a 4-year-old or a 1-year-old.
Okay. So
There's
you're
2
in
kids in
Florida.
the home. I'm in Florida. I own the business. I was informed by my employees that he was not at work, and he runs the office. Have you guys received anything else, like calls about him or like a car accident or anything like that?
No, sometimes people just don't show up to work.
Now, the April call is... what does the April call mean to you? Yeah, they said that on Court TV tonight, that it was early morning on a Tuesday. But what is that? But that April call was totally, it was like a different couple. I mean, it's not related, that April call. Not that I can see at this point.
I mean, maybe he's sick, I don't know.
Just know that he is the most, he is always on time, and he would contact us if there is any issues whatsoever.
Yeah, or, maybe, I guess it could be related if something happened at that event that led to maybe him breaking up with the person, and that person blames that. Like, you could look at it like that other incident, I said this the other day too, was that the only way I could see it related would be something like he was at a party over there with this other girl, and they started fighting there, and then that girl ends up breaking up with him, and he blames Spencer and Monique for convincing her not to be with him, so then he's exacting his revenge. But I mean, I don't know. That's a little gets complicated at that point. Any chance we can get the other 6 gifted memberships, you guys? And then I'll give 5 myself, so that'd be 11 total.
I just don't know how else to say this. Like, we're very, very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
Yeah, he can't get hold of his wife, so that's the more concerning thing. I don't know. That's weird. That sentence.
Okay, what's the emergency there? Police or medical?
Maybe both, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of doing the well.
We had a call out there. They knocked on the front door and back door multiple times, and there was no answer.
Yeah, no.
Maybe it was that it's more concerning because I don't know. He couldn't get a hold of him, so the only I don't know. I don't know why it'd be more concerning other than they knew of something.
We're very concerned because this is very out of character. And we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the more concerning thing.
Okay, what's the emergency there? Police or medical?
Maybe both, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of doing the well.
We had a call out there. They knocked on the front door and back door multiple times, and there was no answer.
Yeah, no answer. I can hear kids inside, and I swear I think I heard one yell. But we can't get in. At this point, I don't know if I need to break the door in or just get in the house or what. So.
Okay, were you out there when the police was out there?
Well, that person isn't in the house.
Wasn't. I just got here about 5 minutes ago.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll send him back out to you.
Our boss did not report to work. We haven't been able to get a hold of him for 3 hours. We are on site, and we can hear.
Okay, I just talked to somebody there.
Okay, I'm just making sure somebody called.
911. What's the location of your emergency?
1411 North 4th.
Okay, 1411 North 4th. We've got several calls on that. What's changed since the last person I talked to?
There's a body.
There's a body inside?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, I think he's in the house, this guy.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get you on the line with the medic, okay? Stay on the line.
And those are the kids. Those are the kids yelling.
There's a body. Our friend wasn't answering his phone. We just took a wellness check. We just came here, and he appears dead.
Okay.
There's blood. He's laying next to his bed, off of his bed, and there's blood. Our friend wasn't answering his phone. We just took a wellness check. We just came here, and he appears dead.
Okay.
There's blood. He's laying next to his bed, off of his bed.
It's blood. He's laying next to his bed, off his bed. So he's off his bed in blood. So it could be that maybe she was shot first. It woke him up, and he's like startled, and then he went shot him a bunch of times, and then he rolled off the edge of the bed, something like that.
And there's blood. I can't get closer to see more than that.
Okay, so you can tell he's obviously not breathing or anything.
Yeah.
Is it like kind of like you know? Does he look like?
It doesn't puddle. I can't look.
Okay. All right. I understand. Okay. And then when was the last time somebody spoke to him?
Yesterday, I suppose.
Yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
How old is he?
37.
37. Okay. Is he like a drug user or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. Just that's a really young age.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. All right. We're on our way.
Now there you go. There you have it. Here's a story, everyone. I knew someone that did crime scene cleanup in Tennessee. A dentist came up missing, found 2 weeks later. He had turned to soup on the couch. The thermostat was turned, up, maybe? He turned to soup. Jesus, that's pretty gross, man. All the way up and turned out... I'll tell you, one time in my house, I... let's see, it was kind of creepy, kind of strange. I had 2 dogs, and when I say had, they didn't die from this, but I had 2 dogs. I think it was Petro, what was it? Yeah, I was living here, so I think it was Rocky and Lily. And right before I went to work, my arm hit the thermostat and the little plastic part fell off, and I put it back on, you know. And then I went to work all day, 8 hours, you know, or whatever, you know, 9 hours all around. Then I come back home, and I open the door, and it just went, whew. All this heat came flying out of the house. I mean, it was just unreal. And my dogs were they were just kind of on the ground, you know, like crawling around. And then the toilets were evaporated. That's how the house got up to like 100. I mean, it must have been 120 or so. I mean, it was ridiculous. Literally candles that were on the mantle were melted. Thanks, I'm a gal, yo. Candles on the mantle were melted, and the toilet's water was gone. That's crazy. That's how hot it was in there. I don't know if anybody heard my story, because not one comment came back related to that. They just said hello to people. Let's see. Is it that? Are we that far behind? Wow, hey, thanks, Lisa Belson. And here's mine. Right there. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. I think that at least we got to the point where I could donate. What the heck? Oh my God, look at Marty's Bar and Grill. You guys are awesome. Thanks. So fortunate. Somehow, one way or another. I don't think that has anything to do with anything, Blake. I think he just wanted to tell us the story. Yeah, you guys met my challenge. It's a miracle. I don't know how they survived that. I think they just were on the ground low, so the heat rises, right? So I think they were just on the ground. I don't know how they did that. I have no idea. But, you know, like, everybody would have, PETA and everybody would have went, oh, you're such an evil. I didn't have a clue. My elbow hit the thermostat. I put the thing back on. It still said, you know, 72. But somehow it was broken, and it was on full blast, as hot as you could go all day. And I think it was even the summertime, so that didn't help either. So it was like way over 120 degrees in there. It was just, you open that door and it was crazy. Like this whole huge gust of wind came flying out. I just think that it was because they were so low. All right, well, tell me what you guys' thoughts are. We just type in stuff and we'll put it up on the screen and we'll talk about it, all right? If you want to do super chats, that's great too. If not, it's no big deal. Just put in your... yeah, I don't even remember what the power bill was. I mean, I don't remember that at all. You know, that it was just so freaky to have candles melted on top of the fireplace, and then water, the toilet bowl was completely dry. No, those dogs couldn't get in there. There's no way they could drink that water. They're Pomeranians. They can't reach up to get in there. That's not what happened. There was just no water in there. I think it was just kind of lucky. They were just low or something, and might have. I don't know. I don't. To be honest, I don't know how they survived that. Hey, you think the killer might be a friend of theirs? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a possibility. And somebody that maybe knew the keypad number. Yeah, and it's weird too because they were kind of lucky because I usually cut their hair. They had the little lion cut, so they had that really short hair, but a little bit poofy around their face. Rocky was one of the cutest dogs I've ever had, man. That guy was. It's just. He was so weird. He was. He had the lion cut, right, but he was kind of chubby, and you could literally sit him up like this. Like he'd just sit, and he would stay there for an hour. I mean, he wouldn't move. He was literally a posable dog. You could pose him, and he would just sit there. He was pretty cool. If not caught, the I don't know. If usually if it's a directed hit at somebody, other people aren't in harm. You know, in harm's way. But a serial killer type, I don't think this guy seems like that. Then people are. That was just the first house that he picked. Well, he was really a stuffed animal that was living. It was the weirdest thing. So I like a couple times I'd place him on his back, you know, and I'd rub his belly, and then I'd leave, and about an hour later I'd come back and he's still sitting there the same way. Like he didn't even try to roll over and do something. Oh man. Yeah, you haven't seen him. If you guys want, I can go get him. I mean, we can still talk about stuff I could hold. Chloe's I think Chloe's my favorite one. She's normal. You want me to get Chloe in here? He only weighs 3 pounds. Anybody? And thanks again, Marty and Lisa, for all those membership gifting. All right, I'm gonna go get Chloe. You can't hear me. Looking right at my face. All right, here we go. I'm gonna turn her around. Like, she's so little though. Look at this. It's like she's just a. You know, it doesn't matter if you brush your hair. 10 minutes later, it looks like that. But there she is. Chloe. Yeah. Just like sometimes just we'll sit here. Yeah. So here we go. We'll do it like that again. Look, you're right there. Look. See that? Now she's like probably the best dog I've ever had. I mean, not the best ever, but like she's so. I mean, Blue and her are the best dogs I've ever had. They're just so mellow and cool. Like this Clancy and. Can you guys hear that? Here, listen. Hey. When I scratch, rub her sides, she goes like a cat, kind of a purr. No, Blue passed away a long time ago. Over a year, for sure. Yeah, I did a members-only live stream. You guys hear that? With Blue a long time ago. She is sweet. So she does this little twirl thing, you know. Nah, I think she's a Yorkie and something else. They never really. I think almost. You know what? I actually think she might be part Maltese or something. That's the other dog we have, right? Is that right? They look kind of similar. She's just really small, like a Yorkie. Definitely part Yorkie though. She loves going outside and looking at the squirrels and trying to chase the. You can hear her sound, right? It's like a, oh God, that feels so good. Right? Yeah. Hey, go get it. Where is it? Where is it? When you do that outside, she starts looking up the top of the fence. Oh yeah, the dog cam. I do have I still have the dog camera. It's just I need to get it where it's more a wider shot of more dogs. It's just kind of a downward shot at Clancy and Benny. You guys want to see Clancy? I can go get Clancy if you want. So she could have come across someone since preschool started. Or him. Yeah. Could be anything. Yeah, I'll get Clancy. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, he weighs a little bit more. He's like 5 or 6 pounds, this guy. It's Clancy. Looks kind of like has a pig nose. He's a cool dog. It's Benny, the one that's a little bit nuts. Who are you talking to, Blake? There's nobody in here with that name. You're like just randomly talking. Yeah. So there he is. He kind of reminds me of Blue a little bit. Just the type of the sturdiness, that kind of thing. Yeah, he does kind of, it's weird, his nose is like I mean, Blue had different colors and everything, different nose, but kind of the same cuteness factor, I guess. Yeah, this guy is about a year and a half old right now. It's like, don't do that. Yeah, he's good. Oh, he's licking my hand. Oh, yeah. He probably likes to get away from Benny a little bit. Yeah, maybe we'll get the pup camera again. Gotta get a better setup. The problem is there's so many of them. We have 4 now. So it's like, you know, where do you put it? That's totally legit. Yeah, Benny is really, you know, Benny and Clancy play all the time, but Benny's really like, ooh, you know, if somebody tries to pick her up or him up, he gets kind of like it seems like something might have happened before he got here, you know. But he's getting better. He just barks at everything. And then it starts everybody else barking. Like Clancy wouldn't bark that much, except when then Benny starts barking. Then Benny and Gracie start barking, and then Chloe just looks at him like, "You guys are idiots," you know. That's why you gotta like Chloe so much. I probably should have him hang out in this room more with me. It seems like he likes it. Yeah, some kind of PTSD. That's what it seems like. I don't know who you're talking to. Does anybody see the person that Blake's talking to? Oh, way up there. Okay. I'm sure we're all grasping at straws, right? Yeah. Blake wants somebody to believe in his theory and is trying to encourage people to believe in it. I see now. Here. I'll go look and see what comment you're talking about. I don't see it. Oh, way up there. Families get into families get into new circle of friends when their kids start preschool. And then I guess it's hard for me to find them. Especially if you're not a channel member, right? They don't pop right up. Well, good for you, Blake. Go over and watch that. Okay? Jesus. My God. Yeah, we've already gone over all that. Dreaming of blue skies and sandy beaches. Now, not really any updates. I was on Court TV and went over, the surveillance location. That's it. None of those channels know any more than any of us. We're all saying the same things. They're not onto something. In fact, any channel that makes a big deal over the April, they're not. They're just doing it for. I mean, who knows if there's some connection, but there's no way you can glean a connection to anything that happened based on that 911 call that happened in April. Okay, no way. Yeah, this is Clancy right here. Chihuahuas, they love, almost any dog loves it if you just go right on their eyes like that. Right? Clancy. Look out. Right there. Look up. That's what Blue did when I first met Blue. He jumped up and he stuck his head right in her ear like this. I had to put Clancy's head like that, though. Look at that. 15 months by dreaming blue skies and sandy beaches. No updates. Well, there's nothing new, really, today. It's just people wanted me to do a show where people could call in, and not one soul had called in. Isn't that crazy? First got him and how much he used to get on Chloe's nerves. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just make it a shorter night tonight. Been a lot of long ones. I did a 4-hour one yesterday. I did a 3-hour and something one in between that. So, how about that, you guys? We'll just come back on tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some more information. If not, we'll just have to be... I almost feel like doing something else until we get something new, because there's really... We're just kind of spinning our wheels at this point. There, ready? Alright. But anyways, I want to say thanks to everybody who helped support the channel tonight. Keep us moving forward. Probably in the next few days, maybe we'll donate some money, How about on the 10th or something? We'll donate $500 somewhere. There's ooh la la. There you go. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Wow, even I think it put Clancy in the mood. Give me a kiss. What's going on? Oh, thanks, buddy. All right, so we got Cinnamon Sin Freak. Then we had Y Page. And then, but Gray, KMTX, 36 months. I'm never watching again. And then Stephen Connerly gifted a membership. Then we had KMTX. Then Matthew Dole, who got this information from his brother who watched the show. He just didn't know it. No, not on this one, but later. His next comment. But hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that. You got the ball rolling tonight. Then we had Susie Kraft. Then Monica Reeves. Melanie Tone. I guess that's like melatonin. And then Sassy Squatch. Richard Watts, the only person who's allowed to type in all caps. Hey, it's Zozo. What's going on, Zozo? Just taking off here. Thanks, Sassy Squatch. Maybe you can help me find some more stuff on this case. And then Sassy Squatch gifted 2 in a row there. Then we had Brian Daniel. Not being able to get a hold of your wife would be concerning. Spencer is missing in action. Yeah, I mean, I guess, that sort of makes sense, that part. That maybe that's what made him a little nervous. And then we got Migschult.
Clancy is adorable.
Well, thanks, Carolina T. Maybe you have to make draw a picture of Clancy then. You already got the blue one. Might as well add another one. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Sassy Squatch, Cheryl Bullock, Jessica Schubach, and then we had, I'm not sure how to say this, like McHilt. Maybe that's it. And then Bella Marie. Then Bella Marie gifted 5. And then out of nowhere came Lisa Belson. And then Marty's Bar and Grill. Actually, he made a challenge that those previous people matched. And then PJ Rocket. And then Sassy Squatch. Then Lisa Belson gifted 5 more. And then I'm a gal, yo. And then Lisa Belson did 5 more. And then I gifted 5 because they reached my goal. And then Marty's Bar and Grill jumped in there with 10. And then we had Dreaming of Blue Skies, 15 months, adorable pup. And then Carolina T right there at the end. So thank you guys. Really appreciate it. And I don't know. What do you guys want? I mean, I like talking about this case. It's just I'd like to. I wish there was a press conference or something. Hey, that. Ooh, scratch. Something, right? It's like we don't really have anything else to sort of speculate about. It's tough, right? So, anyways, thanks everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Who knows what tomorrow will bring, but thank you for being here, and as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now, and during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector. Rejector, I'm a certified human lie detector. I'm gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector, here's my nectar. Professor Gray is gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his spectre. With all respect, y'all. Just remember, I've a total fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. I don't know. Hey, Zozo, I think
I'll just get right
we
back
actually
to
think
work.
that
All right,
maybe
everybody.
one of them got into. They were in the house and went upstairs because you could hear the kids crying and everything. So I think they went up to the top. I think one of the people got into the house and went upstairs. Thank you for watching Gray Hughes Investigates, where we use common sense, rational thought, reason, logic, and common sense to figure out what happens in true crime cases. Thank you very much for watching, and as I always say, until next time, be safe out there. And that's Jessica Shoebox's favorite part. Oh, and by the way, thank you very much, mods, for all the stuff that you guys do. Taking care of all the crazy people out there, the wackos, etc. And I love all you guys, everybody. You guys are amazing. Love all the mods. You guys kick ass. Everybody else out there, thank you so much for your support. We'll see you guys later.